beautiful, lovely podcast that Block raised me, where the struggle is real, the pain is real, and guess what? We don't glorify the violence, we just testify to it. And right now we got the brother right here, 1-2. Welcome aboard, my brother.
What's going on? What's going on?
All right. What is it? Where you from, first of all?
Well, let's get the name right first. I'm the original 1-2. We got a whole bunch of 1-2s.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
I'm the original one. I named the whole clique 1-2, but I'm the original one, and my brother's 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm originally from Vine Street, the yard, the Vine Yard, they call it, Hartford, Connecticut Avenue, my spot. But I played the whole Hartford, if you ask me, in different states as well.
As far as that, what is it that you're into? Is it word around as you do documentaries, movies, etc.?
Well, right now I got a series, which is starting off as The Heartbeat, being on Albany Avenue, watch a police officer shooting something called Second District. The officer Mark Manson, he was shooting Second District, and I was watching it, and I started giving him my ideas, and I said, "Damn, I'm getting through all my ideas, but you know what? Who can make a better movie of the streets than somebody who's from the streets?"
Exactly.
And I'm a pioneer of Hartford, so I started writing a couple of things down, started giving my ideas, and I said, I'm gonna write my own stuff. I wrote maybe 10, 15, 20, 30 pages.
Oh wow.
And then I ended up start having a whole bunch of auditions, and people start coming out the woodworks. I ain't know about nothing what I was doing. Then this dude named Sean Walker, I hooked up with. First, I hooked up with this kid, Miz. He in New York right now, he in the Bronx. He got like 7 or 8 scripts, and he worked with a lot of different movies and a lot of sets. And Michael Walker is his name. But I hooked up with Sean Walker, they call him Shava, and he started showing me stuff. Hooked up with another bad dude named Javier. He's tough too, Javier Smith. And JB Harvey, they all just started joining me. Girl named Kia, Cameron Cruz just started coming out of nowhere. Everybody came out of nowhere, So I got to start doing the movies and start writing it and stuff. Had a lot of casting calls at the library over and over and over. And I had already had that feeling to make movies, but at the same time, I really I was in jail writing movies at first. I was in jail writing the movies. Okay. I was in jail writing the movies at first, and I wrote the movie In God We Trust. And I was up in Concord Prison writing that movies. And I ended up having a whole bunch of dudes from Boston helping me.
Oh, wow, that's big.
Yeah. Dudes from Waterbury, they came out the ground. Dudes was trying to run me out the prison. When I got up there, they tried to run me because I was rapping, but I wasn't tough as them dudes. They was tough. They had some dudes up there was real tough from Brooklyn. They had some fire. I was just getting into my groove, but I got a little better stuff, freestyle writing. They was writing. I was freestyling.
I'm saying when you first when you first got into that, what was that like something saying?
Well, when I was up there, I went to jail for some crazy stuff. Just going up there with somebody else. I got knocked off, and I got a joint venture. 2 years in a day. So what made me start writing movies? My father said, "Make sure you do something with your time." And I thought about it. I don't want to just come home strong. But everybody come home strong and they got nothing to do. Yeah. So I decided I'm gonna write some scripts. So I wrote the first movie was called Hey, it's Fat Albert. I don't know if y'all remember that. Hey, it's Fat Albert. So I wrote it into a real live movie. And then I seen when I was in prison that Hype Williams had ended up he was in pre-production with it. And I ripped my script all up. I was real mad. Then I started writing In God We Trust about me and my brother, whose father was Muslim, another father Christian, how they was growing up. And I made us the second generation. So In God We Trust was really my main movie. I supposed to film and I never filmed it. Then I came home and I hooked up with Charles Dutton, and who played a rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also hooked up with one of the Hutland brothers, big filmmaker who make a lot of movies. I'm hooked up with that dude as well. And we was at the film festival at I was gonna have Steve Harvey play a main character role as Top Cat. So we started filming it, and I didn't hook up with them to film it, but we was gonna have them later on. So I started filming that, different scenes here and there. I think we filmed at Black Eyed Sally's. It's a 70s movie. And it's based on what profits a man that gains the world but loses his soul. So we done that for a little minute, and I just backed up for a minute, you know. And I ain't gonna get a chance to have the full finance because I had to went down to New York, meeting my boy at what is that? The movie Law and Order.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the security guy from Connecticut, from Brooklyn, used to be out in Connecticut. My boy Brooklyn, I call him, and he introduced me to a lot of people. He was introduced me to a lot of people. So we ended up collaborating, and he hooked me up with what's my boy Anthony Anderson. He was doing security, and I was gonna hire him, and I was also gonna hire what's her name for DJ for Rakim, Eric B.
Oh, yeah.
So me and Eric B was all connected and everything. And I told him my budget, and Eric B said, "What?" He said, "I said I want to pay you $30,000." He said, "What? What's your budget?" So and so million. He said, "Man, I'm not thinking about it, man." And then I told Anthony Anderson my budget. He said, "Yo, nigga, you can't afford me." You know, so he ended up being in a lot of different movies and stuff. And I ended up I came back home and I started watching how dudes was filming movies with basic digital cameras.
Oh, wow.
So I said, damn, I'm gonna make me some movies, you know? So I went and got me some FBI shirts, plain shirts, put FBI on them. I looked at how our detectives was dressing, started making the shirts like that. I went to the dollar store and got me some badges, and I got some chains. I ain't have no real guns, so I ended up, baby, let me call you back, I'm doing a podcast. Anyway, so I ended up, got me some toy guns, spray painted them, because I ain't had no props at first. I had some orange guns, spray painted them black. When I bought a whole bunch of toy guns, started spray painting them, Uzis and all that. I see that you can add the fire to it. I ain't had no money. So I shot it like
dope,
that.
man. That be out of clap to that. That's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, yeah, no money.
That's some shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was crazy. So I kept spray painting all the guns, I bought handcuffs and everything. Next thing I know, I got actors like up the yin yang. I'm having all these casting calls. So they auditioning for In God We Trust. So I just put that on the side. Like I said, I would take those actors and some more actors. Now I got 5 and 6 actors. Now we got the streets blocked off. We filming. I hook up with this dude named Bobby G. I created his character, Bobby Garcia. So the gangster name is Bobby G. He's in the movie. You know what I'm saying? And, so I hooked up with other dudes, Watson, Gouch, all these other dudes. I steal their character. And what happens is, I start getting all crackheads from around the way, gave everybody a few dollars. You know, that they was getting high for real. I'm saying, man, we've recorded, man, ain't no get high on the set, but I ain't buying nothing, but do what y'all do. And I had real alcoholics, real crackheads, but we ain't had no real police. I trained the dudes because I've been arrested at so many times in my life where I knew how to top handle you. You know, and that was it, you know. So that's what I was doing, man. And it put me on real strong to make me a filmmaker, and I started writing more scripts and and had a whole bunch of people just come out the ground for me, and I just didn't know how to edit. So now I'm paying different people to help me edit, and they just taking my money. They raping me.
You won't get it right. You almost want to know how to
Yeah.
You ain't gonna need them. I'll tell you that.
I kept knocking on doors, kept trying. And I ended up hooking up with Sean Walker and this guy Javier Smith, and they taught me how to edit a little piece here. I said, show me how you do that again. So I'm gonna keep doing it. I learned it. I try it myself. And Sean Walker said, you gotta do everything yourself. And he put it on me. He just made me do everything. I gotta give it up for Sean Walker, man. And Javier Smith, JD Harvey. I watch how the boys work the cameras. Them dudes, yo, man, gotta give them their flowers early. They definitely showed me a lot. Girl named Kia, everybody came out the woodwork, man. I mean, a lot of great people, man, and I'm sad to say that there's 22 people dead in my movie in real life.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I used the gangsters. Dudes had burners on them for real. We caught some real scenes when we about to film. So some of the scenes in my movie is based on not nobody acting. It is what it is.
Real shit going on.
Yeah. And I got real gangsters who done 10, 20, 30 years, and they come and rock playing these other roles in the movie still that they done in the past. I ain't want them nothing to haunt them or nothing, but we just acting now. You know what I'm saying? So done a lot of things, man. Vine Street was my block, man. You know, I was hustling. Nobody sold nothing but me when I had it. until a Jamaican dude came and took over, named Dingo, bow-legged dude, big old vein coming out of his head. Big crazy Jamaican dude from Jamaica. You know, my boy Dingo Dreddy passed away, but he was a beast. 1, 2, shot, yeah, blood clot, take over my block, man. He just came and took over my block. You know, they raided his house. He was just a bad dude, man. Never got busted, man. He was a tough dude, man. And I was real young, so, you know, I used to go in the package store. I worked for an older than a package store. My boss guy used to write the numbers. And I used to just take the bums out, moving them out, and take the bottles and stuff. I worked in there as a kid. I grew up and done a lot of things, not to talk about. But anyway, I grew up under a lot of good people. No names to say, but real good people taught me a lot, man. And I was always hungry for knowledge. I always wanted to be around rich people because I didn't want to be poor. My mom's already raised 4 boys by herself. You know what I'm saying?
I know the feeling, brother.
So that's where I was at, man. You know, and growing up on Vine Street was a tough life. So my godfather used to bootleg at night. All the police officers come in there and get free liquor. They never busted him too tough at all. They just come get liquor and he rock all night. So after a while, I'm saying, damn, you got all this liquor. Let me get some cases to build my little bit of money. And I'm bootlegging outside out the garbage can and rocking and rolling as well. You know, just doing whatever it takes to eat. Because my mom's ain't got too much money, man. She got 4 boys, 3 boys. So my youngest brother was born, you know, little 50, rest in peace. My little brother, he was another legend out the family. You know, my mom had 4 boys. My brother was named, they call him Lil Greg. I don't know if y'all knew him. He was the 8th best fighter in the world, training for the Olympics.
Wow.
He got killed that main in Tower, you know. And he was real tough, man. Home was definitely training for the Olympics, getting ready. And he was training with Drexler and Skelly and Sam.
Oh, yeah, I know him. I definitely know him.
Yeah.
As of now, like any upcoming projects?
Well, I got my movie 1-2 Chronicles is out. I changed the name from The Heartbeat to 1-2 Chronicles. But the whole thing about it also is I got 5 years of footage. I learned how to work that camera myself, and we just started filming everywhere. I got episodes. But I put that on the side too. After I did it, we had a little red carpet premiere at the Webster Theater, just to expose it again. Because it was like a throwback, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So from there, you know, I ended up driving for Uber a little bit. I said, yo, they making all this money. I thought it was so easy to do. So I said, you know what? I'm starting my own app like Uber. I started getting ITs to make it. And I found the ITs out of India. But they didn't want me to have the codes. So I ended up putting together my own team. We created the apps. First of all, I paid them. And after I got burnt with them, I started finding in-house people. Found me a little corporate office. Got me a little team of people, all ITs. So now I got 5 or 6 ITs working on different apps. I got an app like Uber, 1-2 rides. We do people and pets. We're gonna do 50 states and 70 countries. It's my mission. So now right now we hiring 30,000 drivers in Connecticut. We're using older cars as well as new cars for delivery. You know, but with Uber, you know, you gotta have a 2016.
Yeah.
You ever took Uber?
Oh, all the time.
Okay. So you be paying that. Now Uber drivers is getting paid like 30%, but Uber said they're gonna give them 50%. They take 25, give them 25%. They give them what they want them to have. So I'm gonna make sure the drivers got 60, 65. As I make more, I go up. So you know, that's where we at. So right now we launching 1-2 rides, and I got 1-2 meals also like DoorDash. We do grocery store, package store, dispensary, pharmacy, restaurants. And then I got a cash app, 1-2 money app. I'm gonna take 1-2 to the highest limit. Because 1-2 was
you ain't playing around, man. Everything's gonna be 1-2. What you want? You want a 1-2?
Yeah. So I got 1-2 Enterprise. So now I also have we have another app I got another app is almost like Chat GPT. It's called Ace Eyes. Then we got the Cash App 1-2 Money app, and the last app I named it after my brother Touch. Old pimp, slick dude in the movies. He played my big brother in the movie 1-2 Chronicles. And it's called Touch Music, like Spotify.
Oh, nice.
So we got 5 apps right there in the makings, and we got a lot of other things.
You constantly working, brother.
Yeah. You know, if we could just knock off the whole state of Connecticut, we're gonna kill them. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna kill them. And I used to rap. It's freestyle too. I got hundreds of dudes making songs about it. I'm connected with Danny Glover. I done done movies with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, 50 Cent, Reason Righteous Kill, Meryl Streep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done a lot of different movies with different filmmakers, but at the same time, It's my time, man. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing about my whole company is I'm building shelters. I want to build shelters all around Connecticut. I want it for the homeless people. I want to build shelters for them, people with low income. Take all these warehouses and fix it up. Not just Connecticut. My mission is 50 states. We're going to start off in Connecticut first. So we're going to also, we're going to have a sip of this good water. So we're going to also do, I want to build entrepreneur classes for these warehouses. For all these young
So
guys,
these young brothers, yeah.
8 to 80, you can become a carpenter, electrician, plumber, whatever you want. But we want to get you a check, a letterhead, a business card, and get you a certificate. You be certified. So now we're taking everybody off the streets and stops about the killing. They're busy. Now for the veterans, we want them to live for free. And now people on drugs, we're gonna build a whole city for the veterans. And they've been fighting for our country, truck ain't getting them nothing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
it there.
man,
That ain't right. My father was
that's
that too, so
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah. And my father's an 83-year-old veteran, be 84 October. Home got he's a rocket scientist, man. This dude, remember when he was 2 years old, Charles Kenneth Rankins. He have his own art worldwide. It's called Charles Rankins Fine Art. Anybody wants some nice fine art, look at it online. He got everything. He specializes in AI art, and he take pictures and do so much, man. Very unique Marine veteran, 83 years old. Yeah. So right now, we also want to have vans picking up people who's on that fentanyl or any type of drug, put them in the drug program, find the woods. But you know, homeless people. I mean, people who get drugs, they not live in the woods too, though, right?
No, they ain't gonna find their way. They
So,
find his way.
Yeah. So we want to put them in the woods, but kind of far away a little bit, where you're gonna be running up on some deers and some bobcats, and that's it. Anyway, we just want to give it back. I want to see that, but we can't forget the older people. So I want to have food. So that we getting our grandmothers and aunts going to all these churches to get food. We want to have vans going to their houses with food with my company 1-2 Meals, but with a nurse to check their health. Also, people for obese, we want to check their health with nurses going there, and feeding them, put them on a plan. And we can't forget the scholarships and tuitions for the elderly people. I mean, for the high schools or junior high schools. I want to put money back to help. Cause I'm figuring I'm gonna be the next billionaire, but I don't want the money. I want the blessing. I just need just God to say it's green light. You know what I'm saying?
It's your turn.
Yeah. And we want to put clean water in Flint, Michigan. We want to help fix up Puerto Rico. We want to fix up Jamaica. All of these where things happen that we want to put the money back. Just put it back. But more important than anything, we're gonna put God first on everything. I'm praying on everything. And I'm asking everybody, man, pray for me. I pray for y'all, man.
The power of prayer is strong.
Yeah. I'll pray with no faith. I got faith. If you praying and you ain't got no faith, it ain't gonna happen. I believe it's gonna happen. What you think, Rico?
Laws of attraction, brother. You attract something so bad and so hard, you sleep, eat it, ponder on it. It happens.
And another thing I like to say, man, congratulations to you guys. Man.
Oh, thank
you guys been doing a great job. I'm loving the work, man. My boy Splash. Oh my God, that was one of my guys. You know what I'm saying, man? Splash used to hang out. And I was selling the bootleg DVDs back then, man. Splash used to get money. And with Big Pooch, his father, that was my boy, man. Hip Spot was the spot. I know, man, Pooch used to be on the streets of Park Street, just rocking and rolling, selling everything right there. Like I used to be in New York also with my boy Dapper Dan. That's my boy Danny Boy. Me and Danny Boy used to go up New York, and he'd come down to Connecticut and hang out at my boy Juice spot and Aunt Spence spot and just bring all types of crazy gear. Every rapper was wearing the Dapper Dan gear. So I had an outfit said 1 2 1 2 all over. I used to have my 1 2 on the back of my head in Roman numbers. Back in the days, I had the song called 1 Too Many Moves. Before they perform, before they do, they always say test the 1 2 1 2. That was my joint, you know what I'm saying? Then this girl used to sing in my song, 1 2. Has too many moves, he's so smooth. So that's what I was doing back then. But as of today, we about to launch this app, man, and get and make sure everybody is driving. So the new app, y'all. I understand Uber's all right, Lyft is all right. We don't learn. They don't set it all up. The foundation already set up with them. The wheel don't have to be recreated. 1 2 rides, 1 2 meals, 1 2 money app. That's what's gonna be, man. That's what it is.
Man. That's what's up, man. And just the fact that you talking about it, brother, just giving it back to the community, giving it back to the homeless and all that. That's blessings, man.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
need, we
sir.
need we need more brothers into the youth, man. You know, definitely, because we have to try to grab some of these young brothers and try to save some of them, man. Can't save everybody, but I'm quite sure there's a lot of young brothers out there that they were sitting right now, and pretty sure this is why. Thanks to social media, we can throw this stuff out there.
Yeah.
Because you can always capture somebody. And whatnot.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
part of the plan.
Sure, you're right.
That's definitely
Yes, sir.
part of the plan. That's what's up.
Appreciate you. And thank you for having me here, brother.
Anytime, man. You
Yes,
already
my
know
man.
this is the block race with
Yes.
this brother 1-2. Be on the lookout. Movies. Then I might have to go on out this shit. The next
Correct.
brother block race with my people as usual.
Love
Peace,
y'all,
change,
man.
number love.
Love you.
Oh man.